Man, that was corny. That was corny. But I wanted to try it out, see what it's like. Oops, wrong button. Let me try it again. It kind of like makes it official, like get people, the anticipation of what's coming. So I'm going to try it again. So, all right, hold on. That's corny. So corny. That is so corny. But I think I need to do one of those. So like Graham Elwood has his Political Vigilante podcast, which you guys can check out on YouTube, where it has a picture of him, and it's or saying that a show is gonna happen, or live is gonna happen soon. Am I right? Nico Nikeo, thank you for jumping in. That was so corny, but maybe I'll do a video where it's of I guess more professional looking. We're in season 2. This is episode 2 of season 2, or if you total them all, I guess 27th episode. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hawaii Comedy with James Money podcast. I am the comedian James Money. Going on Twitter live, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm actually I'm curious. Let me take a look and see am I on there live? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, Twitter's not even opening, so. Elon Musk, what's up, homie? I mean, all the money you have, kick a homie some, a little spare change, or even a Tesla, hook a brother up. Yeah, so welcome to the podcast, folks. Let's take care of the bills. You say this beautiful shirt I have on. It's a lovely shirt. I love it. It is from Oahu Golf Apparel. They make hats, t-shirts, and golf accessories, and they're locally produced here in Honolulu, Hawaii. My tongue gets stuck. Honolulu, Hawaii. They offer fun, stylish activewear for on or off the golf course. Go to oahugolfapparel.com and make Oahu Golf Apparel a part of your game. The reason why I like the shirt, it's cool, it's light, it's stretchy. So if I was to wear this before Thanksgiving dinner, it'll still fit comfortably after Thanksgiving dinner. I'm wearing a 6X. So you big people out there, if you're looking for, collared shirt, hey, look at the design. It's beautiful. You can get one of these. Copy one of these. I don't think the kids say that anymore. It's lit. What is it? The drip, the fit. I ain't keeping up with the slang. I try to for social media, but yeah, go check them out. OahuGolfApparel.com. Also want to give a shout out to Comedy U Hawaii. Check them out, ComedyUHI.com. I've been working with them every Tuesday. Every Tuesday night is comedy night in Honolulu, Hawaii at Slack Key Lounge. You can follow Comedy U on Instagram at ComedyU.hi. So at ComedyU.hi on Instagram, or go to the website, ComedyUHI.com. Check them out. Tell them James Money sent you, and you can get a discount of what? I don't know. I kind of made that up, but who knows? Tell Jose I sent you. Hook you up, or I'm gonna beat him up. How about that? All right. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Is that in there? Okay, yeah, that's in there. Cool. Let's start the show.
Live from the middle of the Pacific Ocean, it's Hawaii Comedy with your host, James Money.
Island days, clear blue water, and mountain ranges and dancing daughters. I can't get enough of these island days. Won't you take me back to Honolulu? Yeah, that surf is high and I am too. Sing songs all night long. I'm living these island days. Oh, they told me not to fall in love, but I just could not help myself. Oh, I missed my flight again. I was sleeping here with my new friend. Oh, yeah. Island days, clear blue water, and mountain ranges and beautiful daughters. Yeah. I can't get enough of these island days.
Yes, the Island Days. Thank you so much, Tavana, for that beautiful music. I really appreciate you letting me use that awesome song, Island Days by Tavana. Those of you who want to get more of his music, go visit him at Tavana808.com. Very talented Samoan. I should say, Afghasi, but I still claim him. Okay, very talented musician. Has that song, many more. You can check him out on Spotify, YouTube. But I would suggest checking out his website. You can find out where he's performing, as well as pick up some of his merch. That's Tavana808.com. There you go. Give it another shout out to Tattoos by Andre on Instagram. So when you go, maybe I should get his so you guys can check him out. I have a tattoo from him. Hang on a second. Tattoos. There it is. So it is tattoos _by _Andre. Oh, that's right. I can share the screen. Forgot. So here we go. Share screen. It is coming. Boom. There it is. So look at some of his art. This is Andre right there. Amazing individual, awesome dude. There's a lot of this work. I guess there was something you had to look there. There's a butt. But I guess that was a before shot. But talented artist, awesome guy, really nice dude. Looks tough, but he's a really sweet person. I promise you. So go check out tattoos _by _Andre. All right. Tell him James Mane sent you. Sweet guy. All right. Cool. All right. I guess we can get into it. Before I always got to do this. I'm sorry. Before I get started, we're going through tough times. I myself am going through some tough, emotional, stressful, frustrations. A lot of stuff going on with people talking about gas. People can't get baby formula. It's like, the war, the two-party system. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of stress happening. The COVID, still not done with that. And sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. So go ahead and, reach out. You can hit me up on the DMs at Comedian James Mane on TikTok or on Instagram. You can chat it up. Or if you need maybe more professional help, hit up our friends at the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Maybe they can help you out or even point you in the right direction or help you, talk you through some things, let you know that when you do something like committing suicide, you pretty much, end game. It's over. You don't get to have the rebound or the comeback or, you never know. It's shitty right now, but it might not be shitty tomorrow. And I mean, that's what I was feeling today. I was feeling a little down. Thank goodness I have good friends and great family to support. Some of you guys, and part of the topic today is the most difficult thing about stand-up comedy. And we all have our own thing. We all have our own issues. I think, I was on a podcast yesterday. I was a guest on a podcast called The Moderate Review by Jack Taggart. Go ahead and check him out on Spotify. That's The Moderate Review by Jack Taggart. He has discussions with, people who probably have different, point of views, or maybe he disagrees with them. He interviewed me. The episode's not out yet, but he will let me know when it's out. And when it's out, I'll post it and share it on my social media. So check that out as well. But he asked me some really good questions. And then I guess one of the things that I guess he made me think about was the most difficult thing for stand-up comedian. A lot of people, the general public, people who don't do stand-up, think it's getting up and making people laugh. And maybe even new comics think that's the most difficult thing. Getting up and making people laugh, that, strangers, or even some people don't want to perform in front of their family, or they don't want to perform in front of friends because they're, it would break that wall or that barrier, the fourth wall or whatever. So we all have our little things that, or walls that we put up that to protect ourselves. I don't think it's the making people laugh. Maybe it's where I'm at with my career. I mean, shoot, I would love to be more successful. If you put me in front of thousands, I'm pretty confident I can make those people laugh. Let's say most of the people in that room, in that theater or arena, laugh. I performed in front of filled theaters. I performed in arenas. Of course, as an opener, not as a headliner, but eventually that will come. In my 13th year of stand-up comedy, I think like Joe Coy is 20 or 30 years before he hit it big, and maybe that's in my future, maybe it isn't. Who knows? But the most difficult thing, I think, is we talk about mental health. I gave you the National Suicide Lifeline, Prevention Lifeline, and found out today that Naomi Judd, big time country star, was about to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or would eventually be, or maybe it's the Country Music Hall of Fame. But she took her own life. Her daughter Ashley Judd came out and said that mental health was an issue. A firearm was used. She didn't give details, but a firearm was used. You can put two and two together. But I think that's the biggest issue, is I'm not in the mood to make you laugh today. But that's my job. As a comedian, that's what I got to do. Or I've seen comedians who have gone up and have been under a lot of stress, have life changing events that happened to them recently. Myself as well. 2018, my brother passed. Surprisingly, it was, he was 52 at the time. It wasn't, that's young. That's not a time for somebody to pass. And I did stop doing stand-up comedy for a little while, or all comedy. I didn't podcast either. It's just, it still hurts. Before I came on, I was supposed to start an hour ago, but sometimes life just punches you in the gut a few times to maybe bring you back down to earth, or It's, get some bad news, and then it's like, man, there's, and that's, I was deciding whether to podcast or not today. So a lot of people think comedians are funny all the time, and that's not true. Comedians have feelings too. I mean, look at how many comedians have taken their own lives. And it's sad. It's like, why you guys are the clowns. You guys make everybody laugh. You should be fun. You should be good. You should be, should be happy. You're able to do public speaking, and which is like one of the biggest fears for a lot of people. But that's an issue. Mental health is an issue, but I think the world sees it. Just, I don't know, Americans just don't see it, the politicians don't see it, so it's not a big issue, I think I'm going on social media a little too hard, where I'm seeing all these things that happen, where, seeing people, I guess, who are mentally challenged or mentally sick, dementia or something like that, and then they get attacked or misunderstood and are attacked because of that. They don't understand that person doesn't understand what you're talking about. It's 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 tough to always be on. I was in a situation recently where someone said, "Hey, can you go and do your comedy thing, for the people here?" I wasn't there to do comedy, and it's like, oh, what do you mean? Can you go and perform, for the people who we've invited, on this thing? And I'm like, that's not how we work, And not only that, those people weren't there to see a stand-up comedian, And we're not like we're not a robot or machine or TV where you can just turn on and then, hey, we're having a good time. How do you make people laugh from that? So, I don't know. Maybe this will be a short episode, because I'm starting to, maybe this is a little bit too serious, but I just think, the podcast is going to go in a little different direction when we discuss issues, and I will still have guests on. Encourage people who are around during the live to go ahead and comment, and then we can discuss things on the fly. But going forward, I will have recurring guests, so it won't be where I'm picking up comics every episode and interviewing them. I will do an interview. I would love to. The goal is still to highlight local comedians like Nico Nikea, Johnny Rocks Hollywood, and many others here on Oahu, as well as Maui and the Big Island. Bring them out to show you guys how much talent we got here. We do have some funny comedians that can definitely do a good 10 to 15 minute set. A lot of them are still fairly new, but are funny people, and they're in front of a variety of audiences, and they have to tweak their sets every time. So, yeah. So I think one of the most difficult things is, when you get to a certain point. I think in the beginning, so when I first started out doing stand-up comedy, the most difficult thing was actually getting up on stage to be in front of people. So that's what I think everybody thinks we go through, is that anxiety of like, oh my goodness, we're going to get up and do stand-up comedy. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get in front of people. They're not going to like me. And after a while, you're like, oh, okay, I'm pretty confident with, with my material. And I've dealt with hecklers. I've dealt with great crowds and sleepy crowds or bad crowds. I mean, not a bad crowd, but I guess, comedy is subjective. So you might get a crowd that, Like this past Tuesday at Slack Key, the crowd was paying attention. The audience was paying attention. They were laughing. It's just they weren't loud laughers. It was so weird because I could see them laugh. I could see them, hunch over and laugh. And I could just like kind of hear it. And I'm like, man, you really got to get after these guys to try to get them to laugh. But they were. It just, wasn't loud. So, I'm at a point where I know if I'm not funny, to at least be interesting. Because when you have their attention, then at least they're still with you. Like that, where you don't hear them laugh, but you have their attention. You can see their. When they start talking to each other, then you've lost them. Then that's on you. So you kind of find like where is this crowd at? Where is their attention span at? Like what clicks with these guys? And because I host the show every Tuesday at Slack Key. It's my job as the host to find what makes this crowd, roar in laughter. What makes this crowd give you an applause break, and it's funny because lately you've been seeing that the crowds like really edgy stuff. They laugh at regular material. They like well written stuff and well crafted jokes, but edgy seems to be, or when you dance along that line of like, whoa, I can't believe he said that or she said that, but that's still funny. And I think it's good to have those kinds of crowds because then you work to for the new comics and those that have been doing it about 5 years or under 5 years, they're challenged to like, oh, okay, I got to try to figure this out. Or you can be edgy, but at least you still have to be funny. You can't just say, oh, poop and then think, oh, it's funny, right? You have to have something. What else? Let's see. I'm trying to build up my social media. So if you guys haven't followed me yet, those of you listening on majority of my listeners are Apple podcast listeners. So if you could please follow me on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification button so you get notified when I post a new short. I'm posting clips and funny videos that I put on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, and on Facebook Reels. Then you can follow and like and help a brother out. Trying to make the ends meet, trying to pay some bills around here. You can also go to click on the link that has my Anchor.fm subscriber. So if you go to Anchor.fm and you search Hawaii Comedy with James Mane, and you'll find you can become a subscriber, which would help me out plenty. I do want to give a shout out to Amy Frazier. Thank you so much for being a loyal subscriber. I really appreciate you very much listening to the episodes. Also donates. That helps out a lot because the goal for this podcast would eventually be to be doing, in studio or on stage live, so that I can, have guests on that, don't have, a Wi-Fi or a laptop or, like you've seen in previous episodes where I lost contact with Joe Kopp and there's I guess the missing episodes of Johnny Rocks Hollywood. Those got deleted because I think after like a few minutes his Wi-Fi would just kick him out or drop him or something, and we just couldn't keep the connection going. So it's stand-up comedy is not easy. It's fun, but it also can be tough. When I was before I was a city bus driver, I was a tour bus driver, and after I did it for like maybe 6 months, I was employed there for like a year, but after 6 months of tour bus, giving tours, and then getting into the higher pay at the city bus, I hated the tour bus industry because I realized like, at the city bus, like you don't have to be, if you're not in a good mood, like you don't be a jerk, but if you're not in the mood to be like, hey, how's it going? Aloha, I'm Cousin Kimo. Welcome to Hawaii. Is this your first time? Oh, so do all that. Speaking of corny, that was tough, and it's kind of like when I worked in IT help desk. It's like, I gotta be nice. I mean, I'm not gonna be a jerk, but you said I gotta be nice. So that's where then they say, oh, that's what the tip is for. It's like in the tourist industry, you be nice so you get tip. It's like, why don't you just pay me well, and I won't hit these people. I'm not saying hit people, but yeah, it is a tough thing to be fake, and I think that's one. So like with stand up as well, there's like I've gone up, and like if I'm not in that mood to be all happy, make you laugh or whatever, then my set might be a little darker. It's funny because when you figure out that that's what that crowd likes, it still works. So where it's not like I was saying with the tour bus driving or what do you call it? Tour bus driving or help desk, the customer service stuff. So you get up on stage, you can do whatever. It's like I got up on stage at the Cedric the Entertainer show, and before I went up, I told Graham Elwood, I said, I'm gonna go and punch these people in the face, not literally, but that's the energy I took up on stage, and nothing but good reviews. People was loving it. They're telling me after, even still, say, "Oh, I saw you at the Blaisdell Arena, and man, that was a great set." And it's a similar attitude at the Hawaii Theater when I opened for Paul Ogata. It was I just said fuck it and went after, and I think which worked for me, I guess the more passion I put into how much I hated things, I think people enjoyed it. That crowd did anyways. I actually got booked. I've been asked by a few high schools to do their project graduation. Those of you that don't know what project graduation is, it's they're trying to keep kids or the seniors that graduate this month, keep them from going out to parties and then getting into accidents or some trouble that they could regret for the rest of their life. And it's so funny because they ask me, and then I'm inside. I'm like, they'll text me or they'll email me, and inside I'm like, have you seen my set? It's not family friendly. When I open for Tumo Tuine, whose shows are family friendly, I do a family friend, but my regular is not. I'm not like Andrew Dice Clay or anything like that, or Norton or anything like that, but it's I say bad words, but I had to turn down one because my rival school, that was real petty. I think they were just wondering if it was possible. I don't think they was really serious about me, really. I mean, if it could, it could. If not, oh well. But this other one kept asking, and so I booked it today. I was like, all right, I'll send you the contract, and now I have to. I have family-friendly material, but this is all, I guess, 17, 18-year-olds. It's like, I got to think of what their life is like, and so I can relate to, make relatable stories for them. You know, I can't say, hey, you know, how many parents here? Kids, am I right? Oh, I'm talking about you guys. So, and I think they want me to make the set kind of like, what do you call? Kind of like where I'm making them laugh, but I'm also giving them some kind of motivational thing. You know, like, hey, life, you're taking the next step in your life. You're going on to college, or you're going on to join the real world. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now I got to think of, you know, that stuff to put into my material. So it should be, I mean, it should be fun. You know, the money's good. So that's the thing with comedy. The price, like, the private gigs usually pay more, unless you're, you know, unless you're a celebrity or star or whatever. Then, you know, you don't need to really do those anymore. Then you can just do your own shows. You know, you tell them, if you want to see me, you come to where I perform. Right? Yeah, and again, every Tuesday night, I'm hosting at Slack Key Lounge in Hawaiian Brines every Tuesday night. Doors open at 7. It's only $10 to get in. If you want to get on my guest list, my Hawaii Comedy with James Money podcast guest list, hit me up. Hit me up on the DMs. Email me. I'll put you down, and you and your friends, guests, you know, take care of cover for all you guys. You know, I got that kind of pull over there at Comedy U. So go check out. Only thing is, I'm not gonna be there this coming. Well, can't do dates. Today is May 12th. Is it there? 12, 13, 14. I'm not gonna be there May 17th because my daughter's coming home for the summer, so she gets in around that time. So then we can go see Doctor Strange 2: Multiverse of Madness finally, before all the spoilers come out, or the people that spoil the movie starts opening their mouth. Hopefully not. All right. So I really want to ask you guys help. I'm going to ask you guys to really help me out. I'm hoping you guys will help me out. Whether you're watching live or listening recorded, or watching it, you know, already recorded. Please go and follow me on TikTok at Comedian James Money. Follow me on Instagram at Comedian James Money. Twitter is James_Money. Facebook, Comedian James Money. Really trying to build up my social media. I'm making content as often as I can and posting almost every day. TikTok I'm doing every day because I think the algorithm helps if you do that. So posting funny videos. There's going to be a lot more once the kid comes home. Well, she's not a kid anymore, but because that's my camera person. So Tyler comes home, gets to record me doing all stupid things, and I'm pretty sure some dance challenges are going to be in there. So I got to learn the choreography. You know, it's almost to the point where if I hear that guy says, wiggle, wiggle, and it's like, oh, I'm going to slap somebody. Money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. Something wiggle, wiggle. It's like that song and what's the Lizzo one? It's so weird. It's like I'm like sick of it. I like the song. About that time. It's like, oh. It's like every video has that song. Like some woman is doing Lizzo's dance with that song. I mean, shoot, I listen to it. I'll probably be doing one of those dances to get, so if you can see that. Also on YouTube, subscribe. I put I do YouTube shorts now. So a lot of my TikTok, my IG, my Instagram Reels, goes onto YouTube. So subscribe. We're trying to reach that thousand mark for subscribers on YouTube, so we can, I guess, monetize that this page. And I appreciate those of you who have already done so. If you can, when you see my stuff on social media, if you could help me out, please share them. Whether you share them in your stories on Instagram, or you share them on Facebook. Share them. One of my videos has actually gone viral. It's like 80,000 views. Where I was making fun of Amber Heard. Maybe I should. I guess I can show it. Yeah, because I can share screen. But then you guys, go. That way you get the views. Go see it. Go see it. You guys can laugh, because the thing is going viral. It's the one where Amber Heard goes, and my dog stepped on a bee. It's like, whoa, is that the moment that you were supposed to cry? I mean, it doesn't seem right. Like maybe she meant to go, and my dog stepped on a bee, and then my dog got sick, and then I was like, my dog stepped on a bee. Like, who is she crying for? Is she crying for the dog or the bee? It's like, my dog stepped on the bee and the bee got smashed. I love bees. I love bees. I'm starting to like bees. In the back of my house, we have a noni tree. And there's not a hive, but there's maybe 10 bees flying around that thing. I used to be afraid of bees, oh no, but now that I know more about them, thanks to some of these animal lovers on TikTok, or these apurists on TikTok, I'm like, oh, so they're not aggressive. Okay. They're just doing what bees do. Hey, see so far I muse. What's up? Says, hi James, sorry I'm late. Was wondering, oh, no sorry's needed, bro. I was actually late too. Anyways, I was wondering if you had discussed the Johnny Depp case and possible outcome. Thoughts? Ooh. So my opinion on this is so I had a discussion with a good friend Chad Wago, who pointed out a lot of things that I haven't really thought about, because one of the things is social media and maybe even regular media, news and stuff, may already have saturated the airwaves, everything with being pro Johnny and anti Amber. So, which is a good point, because when you watch it, and if you're coming in with, oh, I can't, I'm not saying this for all women, but some of the women that I've had in my life, not necessarily girlfriends, but friends and even family, when you come in already hating a bitch, there's nothing that bitch can do to to get you to say, oh, okay, because you're already looking through the eyes of, I don't like you, and then, so I had to, the clips that I do see from the case, I have to wonder, is it bias, that the thing that I'm seeing, is it pro Johnny? And a lot of them are. So I'm like, so what is my point of view? So when I watch unedited or videos from the courtroom or the trial that haven't been edited, or there's no comments, then I say, oh, okay. So looking at that, I can, but I really do think she's lying, and she's being caught in a lot of these lies. The weird thing is that, what is this? What I'm finding, I'm asking myself, what is this really about again? It's like, wait a minute, this is not like OJ, the OJ trial where someone, people were murdered. This is a defamation case. why am I so invested in this? And it's because of the drama. You know, it's like, oh, it's so dramatic, you know, and everybody's doing the which I am starting to record. It's just it's going to be easier if there's somebody else holding the camera. That Jack Sparrow run. So when Tyler gets here, she can record for me. Me doing the Jack Sparrow run. But it's like, why do I care about this case? You know, it's like, it's not like I haven't seen all the what is the name? I don't even know the name of the movie. The Pirates. I was gonna say Pirates of Penzance. Pirates of the Caribbean. I think I saw one or maybe two. I think I saw two of them. But I think it. I have another friend who says, this is distraction from what's really going on. You know, all these votes that the regarding Roe versus Wade and women's rights and what do you call it? The war, gas prices, that babies can't get formula. They're having I'm like, what? Don't their moms have milk? Anyways. So it's a lot of, as I brought up earlier, it's a lot of issues, a lot of stressful stuff going on. Myself included, man. IRS sent me a letter saying they're going to take my refund. I was like, what? Over some old stuff. I was like, but I've been collecting. You guys gave me. So what's happening? So I gotta go and reach out to them and say that was already paid for. I don't know what you guys talking about. I gotta get my 2022 tax refund, man. Damn. No love. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I think it's a stupid case. I mean, I don't know. But I say that, but the video that's gone viral that I posted is Amber Heard. So I'm like, well, I can't hate on them too much. So, and then when they come back, I think in a few days, 3 or 4 days, am I going to make another video? I'm already working on one right now. There's a video of Johnny Depp talking about he used cocaine. You know, he did use cocaine. So I don't know. We'll see how we can make that funny. But yeah, I hope this thing ends soon. The judge's reaction is funny because it looks like she's like, man, I can't believe this is my job. I think Amber has. I wonder how she got her attorneys, because they seem to not be good attorneys. Now, I'm no expert at with like the lawyer store, as I call it. I say because Chad works at the lawyer store, so I'm no expert. But just like when I watch basketball or hockey, I can tell you that some players aren't good, some players are good. I've never played hockey before. I've never played NBA or college basketball, but I know who's a good player, who's not a good player. So watching some of the interactions or in the courtroom, it's like, man, these lawyers, like, did she get one of those like pyramid scheme lawyers where it's like you pay and you bring in 3 people and then they pay and then you get guaranteed I was gonna say coverage. It's not insurance. You get people that represent you when you get caught in some. I'm tripping that Amber Heard dated Elon Musk. Like, not that they of the person, but the money. Holy cow. Elon Musk. All right, another question from the comedy crew. Maybe it's not a question. She is so disingenuous and her testimony is very inconsistent. I agree with you, C. Safari Muse. I think from looking at the situation from afar, she couldn't get Johnny to give in, and that might have pissed her off. I agree. I think, yeah, that's a good point. It seems that she went out of her way to destroy him, or at least try. It kind of ruined the whole dating life for some, because now I think I developed some type of phobia. I want to know what kind of phobia that is. I'm afraid to. Well, I think what's coming out. Okay, something that's coming out that I guess could be addressed is, like we talk about toxic masculinity. Now is toxic femininity. Where that relationship where you can, what it's coming out as the trial continues, you see that all her her plotting, or her lies, and it's a trip that Jason Momoa is trying to get her off of Aquaman 2. It's like, wow, I wonder what does he know. See, that's the people you should interview. That's the people you should find. Like, hey, why? Because, isn't it innocent until proven guilty? What is this? It's not even that kind of trial, right? But, I guess the truth will come out, and we'll find out whether she is, that person that everybody's saying she is. And see ya. She's going to be gone from Aquaman 2. I guess they got to redo her part. Oh, by the way, comedian James Money, now have representation. I signed with an agency here in Honolulu because a friend who looks out for me as far as trying to help out my career suggested that I do. And I held on to this contract for months. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just a comedian. But now money's, becoming an issue. So it's like, I got to get a job, or maybe I can try these things. And the Kathy Muller agency. So if you guys out there looking for a giant Samoan, or average size Samoan, I should say, a giant human being, you can hit me up, or hit up the Kathy Muller agency. And it's funny because I got my first. I guess I have been on an audition before, but it was more like a friend saying, "Hey, come down, try this." I was like, "All right, fine, we try them." But now this is going to be my official audition from the Kathy Muller agency. Thank you very much. And where is it? Let's see. Oh, here we go. It's funny because I got my first email about the audition, and then I was reading it, not knowing how it's a commercial. I'll say that. And then I didn't know that they put the parts that they're looking, or the type of roles they're trying to fill. So when I was reading it, it's like, okay, Speed Demon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this commercial. And then it's like, oh, I didn't know that that's how they do these things. It's my first time seeing these audition things. All right. So they put Speed Demon, female, 40s, any ethnicity, nerdy, quirky, or severe looking in some way. Severe looking. Oh, I guess nerdy looking. All right, though. And I was like, okay, that's not me. And then the electrician, male, late 20s, mid 30s, handsome, already I was like, oh yeah, stylish, chiseled. I was like, oh, that's not me. Yeah, maybe. No. And it said he's a vain metrosexual, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not me. And I was like, yeah, I got this gut. This is an amazing gut. This gut, it helps me with my back problem by giving me more back pain. Let's see. The treasurer is let's see. soccer mom type. Okay, that's not me. All right. Although I was a soccer dad, and I was there a lot by myself with my daughter, so I guess they would joke around and call me a soccer mom. And then this other person, male, 20s or 30s, Caucasian, not me. Hippie, oh, okay, definitely not me. Has voluminous hair. He can put it in a man bun. Yeah, that's not me. And then there's a female in her 80s. Okay, that's not me. Very thin, not me. And then, oh, what is this? Big hauler. Big hauler. What is that? Male, 50s, Polynesian, uncle type. Say uncle type. What is that? Because I know some bad uncles. Imposing guy. Okay, I can see that. I can see it. The guy who might look tough until he smiles. So I was like, hey, well, maybe here's my audition. I'll do my audition right here, right now. I got the part, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't get it. The audition's coming up, though. Wish me luck. We'll see. I'll be in a commercial. That's it. As long as I'm not singing something about self-storage, and I'm good. Or singing, doing all this dancing stuff. Although if they pay right, I mean, come on, Like I said, got to pay the bills. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys informed. It would be nice to get but usually you don't get the first one. You don't get the very first audition. It would be cool if I did. If not, on to the next. We'll see. There's always stuff out there. Planning on a summer headlining show, so be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna be headlining at like a cold opening for this new stand-up comedy club that Pepper, Misunderstood Evil Genius, he was commenting in the last episode. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's May 20 and 21st. So, yeah, check out my stuff. Again, please follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. If you can, go to anchor.fm, look up Hawaii Comedy with James Monte Podcast. Usually in the where you listen to podcasts, it has a link where you can help support this podcast, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to build up some equipment. People want to do live shows, but I only have one microphone. This is why a lot of the stuff that I do is here online. It's the easiest until we can get to a point where maybe a venue would like to host a talk show, and then not or have me do their show there live, and then we can do it there. I will definitely continue to stream it live for my fans and my friends and my family up in the mainland and across the world, like Krusty Pete in Germany, Amy Frazier in Texas, people that I care about, and C Safari Muse in California. Okay, appreciate you guys very much. I'm gonna have a guest on the next episode. Just been practicing trying to carry a show or episode by myself, so that when things happen, we can move. But yep, there's more coming. I appreciate. Thank you guys for listening to episode 2 of season 2, or episode 27. Hit me up on the DMs if you want to chat. I'd love to chop it up with you guys, because I care about you guys. So let's see. I will see you guys in the cloud. I don't know if I can use that, because that's my professor that's how I got it from at Leeward Community College. She would say that. I'll see you guys in the cloud. And I always thought that was a super cool sign off. I'll see you in the cloud. So if you guys can come up with something I can use, let me know. I'll start practicing or trying it out. Another nerdist used to say enjoy a burrito. Graham Elwood used to say something like Han shot first or something like that. I'm trying to think of what I should say. Put your best foot forward so that when you kick somebody in the ass, at least it's your best kick. That's so weird. All right, folks. I appreciate you guys joining me. Episode 27. I'll see you in the next episode. Again, big shout out to Tavana808.com. Check out his website. Amazing dude. Great music. Peace out.
It's the rhythm in my bones.